Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. Teresa Giudice blames producers for House of Villains' epic fail. Real Housewives star Teresa Giudice wanted to bond with her House of Villains co-stars. But her efforts were a massive flop. She put the blame on the producers. Keep reading to find out what happened. Teresa Giudice was a guest on Bravo's Watch What Happens Live on September 17. She was asked to name the network's villains. Teresa didn't hold back as she rattled off the names of several housewives. She tapped RHOA alum Kenya Moore, RAOB's Lisa Rinna, the Real Housewives of Potomac alum Candiace Dillard Bassett, and the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City star Monica Garcia as villains. But she reserved the top spot for another Bravo celebrity outside the Housewives franchise. Nearly a year after Scandoval made headlines nationwide, Tom Sandoval is still the biggest Bravo villain, according to Teresa Giudice. Surprisingly, the RHAONJ didn't name her sister-in-law/sworn enemy Melissa Gorga as one of the network's villains. She said in another segment that she has her brother and his wife blocked on social media. That's why she never sees Melissa's cooking videos. The videos may have been a huge help in preventing a major fail during Teresa's time on Season 2 of House of Villains. As viewers saw, Teresa Giudice made an effort to bond with her co-stars through her cooking. The RHONJ star is the author of 4 cookbooks, but her food was widely criticized by everyone in the house. The RHONJ star claimed on WVHL that the producers of House of Villains set her up to fail. How? According to Reality Tea, Teresa Giudice promised her housemates a beef roast that turned out uneatable. She claimed that the producers provided her with brisket to cook. "I've never cooked brisket in my life. I didn't know brisket, you're supposed to smoke that. It takes hours and hours to cook." Despite leaving her co-stars with empty stomachs, Teresa Giudice is still in the competition. The winner gets a $200,000 cash prize and the title of America's Ultimate Supervillain. Maybe Teresa should unblock her sister-in-law for some cooking tips. Bravo has yet to reveal what the future looks like for the Real Housewives of New Jersey going forward. There are rumors that the show will fire all the current cast and do an entire reboot like the Real Housewives of New York. But Bravo fans can't imagine the show without Teresa Giudice, the villain they love to hate. Teresa Giudice, the outspoken star of the Real Housewives of New Jersey, has never been one to shy away from a controversial statement or a bold opinion. Known for her fiery temper, unapologetic attitude, and memorable catchphrases, Teresa has built a career based on her larger-than-life persona. However, in a recent revelation, she's pointed the finger squarely at the producers of House of Villains, blaming them for what she deems the epic fail of the show. House of Villains was billed as a tantalizing blend of celebrity drama, reality television, and chaotic moments, mixing former reality TV stars notorious for their villainous roles into one house. The show was supposed to capture the essence of what makes reality television so irresistible: conflict, backstabbing, alliances, and plenty of drama. But despite the high hopes and anticipation leading up to its release, House of Villains failed to live up to the hype, leaving many fans and participants disappointed. According to Teresa, the blame for the lackluster reception falls directly on the shoulders of the producers. In an exclusive interview, Teresa opened up about the challenges she faced during filming and the behind-the-scenes decisions that ultimately led to the show's downfall. She described how producers, eager to capitalize on her reputation for stirring up drama, pushed her into situations that didn't align with her brand, her values, or her approach to television. "Honestly, they didn't know what they were doing," Teresa said, rolling her eyes. "They wanted me to be the crazy Teresa that everyone expects, but that's not who I am anymore. I've grown, I've learned, and I'm a lot more in control of my actions than people give me credit for. The producers wanted to turn me into this caricature of myself, and it just didn't work. It was fake, and the audience could feel that. Teresa's frustration with the direction of House of Villains is a result of her evolving approach to reality television. Over the years, she's transitioned from the explosive and unpredictable Jersey Girl to a more measured and calculated participant, especially since her time away from the Housewives franchise. This maturity, however, wasn't something producers were prepared for, and Teresa feels they failed to recognize the shift in her persona. "I think they underestimated me," Teresa continued. "They thought they could just throw me in there, and I'd go back to my old ways, yelling and flipping tables. But I'm not that person anymore. I've been through so much, I've changed, and I was hoping that they would see that and respect it. But no, they tried to push me into situations that didn't make sense, and it just felt forced. That's not real." One of the central critiques of House of Villains was its reliance on outdated tropes, using familiar catchphrases and manufactured conflicts to sustain its narrative. The show, according to Teresa, didn't offer enough room for authenticity or meaningful interactions. The overproduction and manipulation of situations only served to alienate viewers who were looking for a more organic and entertaining experience. The producers wanted to make it like the Real Housewives in its prime, but it wasn't that. It wasn't authentic, Teresa explained. They didn't get that the audience is smarter now. They want to see real emotions, real relationships, not this forced drama. They pushed me into situations where I didn't feel comfortable, and I knew it wasn't going to resonate with fans. It didn't feel like a natural environment for anyone. While Teresa's claims about the producers' approach to the show were bold, they weren't entirely surprising. She's long been vocal about her dissatisfaction with reality TV production, often discussing how the behind-the-scenes decisions shape the way a show plays out. Her honesty about House of Villains reflects a broader frustration she's had with the manipulation of her image and the way producers attempt to control the narrative of her life. In addition to the tension between Teresa and the producers, House of Villains struggled with a more fundamental issue: its lack of cohesion. The mix of former reality stars with varied personalities and levels of fame created an environment where no one really seemed to know how to make the show work. The lack of a central focus and coherent storyline left viewers confused, with no one person to rally behind or root for. This was supposed to be a battle of villains, but it didn't feel like a real competition. It felt like a mess, Teresa stated bluntly. You can't just throw people together and expect magic to happen. There needs to be some structure, some purpose. But instead, they focused too much on the drama and not enough on making the show make sense. It's no surprise that Teresa is so candid about her experience with House of Villains. After all, she's no stranger to controversy and knows that speaking her truth often sparks conversation. Her comments about the producers, however, go beyond a simple complaint about a failed reality show. They tap into a larger discussion about the ethics of reality television production and the expectations placed on its stars. "I get that reality TV is all about drama, but there has to be a balance," Teresa said, her tone softening. "At the end of the day, we're all people. We have feelings, and we're real. I don't want to be a part of a show where I'm just being used for entertainment value. That's not what I'm about. I want to be real with my fans, and I want them to see the real me. That's what's important to me." Despite the frustrations Teresa experienced with House of Villains, she remains optimistic about her future in reality television. She's not ready to step away from the limelight just yet. In fact, she's already looking ahead to new opportunities, both in television and business. But this experience has taught her a valuable lesson. She's not willing to compromise her integrity for the sake of a scripted, overproduced storyline. "Moving forward, I'll be more selective with what I do. I'll make sure it feels authentic to me," she said, adding that she's been approached for other projects, but is taking her time to find the right fit. "I've learned a lot, and I know what I want. I won't let producers push me around or make me feel like I'm just a puppet for their drama. I'm in control now. As the dust settles on House of Villains, Teresa's comments offer an interesting insight into the inner workings of reality TV. While the show may not have been the success producers envisioned, Teresa's candid take on the experience shows that sometimes, even the most beloved TV stars need to draw a line in the sand when it comes to the way they are portrayed. Reality TV, after all, may be real, but it's also a business. One that often asks its stars to sacrifice their authenticity for the sake of entertainment. For Teresa Giudice, however, that's a price she's no longer willing to pay.